Iron supplements kind of knock you up. I'm not chasing trends. I'm not going to now start piling on gels on my scalp. I can't do such things. This is one of the issues that I've struggled with for years. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jadesola, and in today's video I'm just going to be talking you guys through how I am addressing the damage that I've noticed in my hair. In my last video, I think I talked to you guys about just how the damage kind of occurred and how I was neglecting my hair, for lack of a better word. Today I'm just going to go more in depth to the specific issues that I'm having and how I'm choosing to address those issues. So I believe in my last video I showed you guys pictures of what my hair looks like right now versus what it looked like last year. I'm not going to say that this damage happened just in 1 year, because truthfully, if you've been following me for a while, I've shared some of the issues that I've had for years now, and one of those issues is breakage and sensitivity in my crown area. And I think I've noticed that breakage and sensitivity or roughness in my hair strands spreading to other areas around my crown section. Another thing that I've noticed is thinning, which I guess from the pictures that I shared you can kind of see how my roots are kind of thick, but then when you go down the shaft of my hair towards the ends, then you see that it's going from wider to narrow, and you can just see that there's breakage, there's thinning, probably split ends. If I zoomed in close enough, you can see all those things. One thing I didn't capture in the pictures that I shared is, I guess, my what do you call it, my edges. My edges have always been okay, they've always been thick and stuff, but I think more recently I started to notice that the tension was starting to catch up with me. I guess tension from braids and things that's basically pull this section back or over manipulate these sections right here. Okay, so as we all know, hair care kind of starts from the inside out, right? So one of the things that I'm doing to help my hair journey and just my overall health is taking supplements. And I'm taking 3 in particular. The first one I started taking was iron. The second one is vitamin D. And the third one is omega-3. So in the last video I mentioned that my crown section has been experiencing breakage and hair loss and everything. This is one of the issues that I've struggled with for years, and every time I started taking iron supplements I just never really continued on with them, because one thing that people don't really talk about, and this might be TMI, iron supplements kind of knock you up. When I say knock you up, I mean it sometimes leads to constipation. I struggle to find the right supplements that would not lead to that issue, but right now I think I found one that works pretty well for me and doesn't cause that. I'm taking the Palafa iron supplement, and someone did recommend it to me, which is how I found out about it, and it's been working great, honestly. And for vitamin D, honestly I started taking vitamin D to combat seasonal depression, basically, because the winters can get very, very wintry here in Canada. It was kind of only in my more recent scrollings on Instagram or the interweb that I realized that people have been talking about vitamin D as something that aids in hair growth, and I was like, that's interesting. Great that I've been taking it for other reasons, but it's good to know that it also has benefits for the hair. Oh, another thing that I recently started struggling with is my scalp gets flaky, flaky, dry. It doesn't matter what I put on my scalp, flaky and dry. So to combat that, I started taking omega-3, and also just to help the overall shine of my hair, to be honest. So basically, an easy way to remember how these 3 work together is that vitamin D turns growth on, iron fuels the growth, and omega-3 protects and maintains the hair. Okay, the second thing I'm doing to reverse this damage or limit damage to my hair is I'm not going to be over styling anymore. So basically, I think in my last video I talked to you guys and I said I was trying out the Pinterestified styles, boho braids, cornrows, whatever. I was doing all of those things, which is not bad, but I think one thing I mentioned was that I would like blow out my hair or straighten my hair so that my parts could be crisp and everything. And obviously in areas that are already sensitive or damaged, that is just adding more pressure, more tension, more stress to those areas, right? So yeah, to combat this damage, I am stopping those things. To the best of my ability, I'm going to stop those things. And I'm also trying to go for the rest of the year without adding hair to my hair strands. So basically braiding hair, twists, like any form of extensions. I'm trying to see, okay, can I go the rest of the year without doing this? I would have said the whole year, but I already did like January, February in the cornrow style. I don't think I shared it on YouTube like as a full-length video or anything, but yeah, I did do like a cornrow style earlier this year. Right now my hair is a mini twist under this wig, and that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. Just do mini braids and, like, you know, wear out the mini braids sometimes, but also sometimes just protect it with the wig. And when I say protect it with the wig, I'm not using, there's no glue anywhere. There's absolutely no glue anywhere. I don't even think I use the combs on this wig because the combs will just sink into my hair and rip them out even more. So I'm not doing any of those type of things. I literally just put it on and hope for the best. I use the strap in the back to kind of just make sure it's sitting on my head properly. That's it. And I also won't put my hair consistently in the styles that cause like too much tension or damage. Like a high puff is good, it's great, like I love a high puff, but literally I'm gathering all my hair up to my problem section if I'm consistently doing high puffs. I'm also putting a lot of pressure on my edges if I'm consistently doing high puffs, right? So yeah, just being mindful of those type of styles and things, right? Okay, this one, based on my 2 previous videos, I'm not chasing trends. I'm not chasing trends because, you guys, I mentioned that, you know, at some point I was using rice water a lot, that time when rice water was trending, and I didn't really understand the science behind rice water. I also didn't really understand, okay, this is what my hair needs, so let me focus on what my hair needs. I was just doing what was popular in the natural hair community. But no more. I'm not chasing trends. I have a better understanding of my hair profile. I feel like I've talked to you guys before and about this before on this channel, like, okay, I have low porosity hair, I have high density hair, and all those things, right? So if you understand the profile of your hair, you understand, okay, this is what my hair needs, this is the kind of routine or cycle or regimen that works for my hair, and you don't really have to like do everything that everybody else is doing. For somebody like me that deals with, like I said, the flakiness of the scalp and everything, I'm not going to now start piling on gels on my scalp. I can't do such things. Trust me, I tried it. Because when I was saying that I did the cornrow style earlier this year, like I did use some shine jam edge control type things to kind of sleek my hair before I braided it. And eventually I was like, yeah, itchiness, build up, flakiness caught up with me, and I was like, yeah, this is not for me. So yeah, really and truly, yes, there's some times that I want to actually use those things, but I'm going to be as minimal with it as possible. And this is like piggybacking off of the previous point that I made, paying attention to the science of things, right? So if I see a trend and people are like, oh, it works, it does this, it does that, it does that, I'm like, taking it with a grain of salt, doing my own research, listening to professionals about what they have to say about all these trends and things, right? Before I say, okay, let me go ahead and do this with my own hair, because some experiments can be very costly. So yeah, if something is recommended for high porosity, fine hair, I will look at that and be like, maybe this will not work for my hair because my hair is low porosity and it's coarse. The results that this person is getting, I may not get the same results because they don't have the same hair profile as me. And just continue with the point of the science of things, right? If I understand that, this ingredient works for my hair type, for example, honey, glycerin for like being humectant and, you know, sucking moisture from the atmosphere into my hair strands, That's a very basic way of putting it. But if I understand that this is what this ingredient does, and my hair is low porosity and needs all the moisture that it can get, then I'll incorporate those things into my routine, or things with those ingredients into my routine, rather than just like, oh, this product is great. Somebody just somewhere on the internet just said that this product is great, so I'm just going to buy it blindly. No, we're not doing that. I'm not wasting my money. And I know I mentioned coconut oil probably in my last 2 videos as well, but just because everybody and their mama at some point was saying coconut oil this, coconut oil that, is great, it's this, it's that, doesn't mean it's gonna work for my hair. So if I already know that I've tried coconut oil and coconut oil did not work for me, I'm not gonna now start buying ingredients that maybe the first ingredient is coconut oil and saying that, oh yeah, this is gonna be so great for my hair. Could it be possible? Yes, but most of the time I know that coconut oil and me, we don't mix, we're not friends. So I would just skip that altogether and use products that work for my hair, or products with ingredients that work for my hair. And the last thing I'm going to say, and this is me also holding myself accountable, is consistency. Because the amount of times I've come on this channel and I've been like, you guys, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I did not stick with it. I feel like, yeah, it happens to all of us sometimes, you know, like you start something so great and then you just slack off. That's how we always start the new year, with new year resolutions. This and this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, and we don't end up doing anything. So yeah, I'm going to focus on consistency. And I'm also going to focus on a mindset shift, because like I mentioned in my last video, sometimes I would pay attention to what my hair looked like versus what my hair felt like. So I no longer want to make my hair look, oh, let it look great, let my edges be slicked back, let it look like this and that and this, let it be bone straight. No, I'm tired. I don't want to focus on those things anymore. I want to focus on how my hair feels and the health of my hair over like what it looks like to other people. And to that point of consistency, I would say, like, just looking at my routine, what does my remoisturizing routine look like? What does my wash day routine look like? How can I simplify, or how can I, do things to just make the routine better? And like I said, I'm going to try not putting added hair into my hair till the end of the year. So what does that look like? So for example, doing like mini twists. But even as I do those mini twists, I'm not planning to leave my mini twists longer than 2 weeks. If I'm doing mini braids, I think I can stretch that to a month, but then I'm not going to neglect my hair while they're mini braids. For example, I washed my hair last week in my mini braids, right? But if it stretches for anything more than a month, I know that I'm violating, because I need to take down the mini braids at some point and get out the shed hairs so that my hair does not start matting and locking up. Another thing is, like, in terms of routine, I'm using the ordinary hair density drops or hair density serum on my edges, those areas that I said experienced a lot of traction or a lot of breakage. So I'm using that serum on those areas, not every night, but like 2 to 3 times per week, just massaging that serum into my edges, my crown area. And I would say, like, because I always do a lot of middle parts, so like that part as well, just like doing that. I mean, at some point I will use the drops on my entire head of hair, like maybe 2 or 3 days after my wash day, just work it into my scalp. When I say hair, sorry, I do mean my scalp, because those drops are not meant for the length of your hair. They're actually meant to be focused on your scalp to stimulate growth. And this one is also important in terms of routine, using a silk scarf, bonnet, satin scarf, bonnet, or whatever when you're going to bed. I also have a satin pillowcase. Is it satin or silk? I can't remember, but I have one of those. So it's like 2-step verification, have the scarf but also have the pillowcase in case the scarf decides to go away at night, which happens a lot. I'm also going to try not to be afraid to stop things that are not working. So if at any point during this journey I realize that, okay, this particular routine, this particular step, this thing is not helping me, I'm gonna cut it out of my routine, because I can't be wasting my time doing something that's not working. So I'm not going to be afraid of that. So in conclusion, what I'm doing is paying attention to my overall health and the health of my hair. I am cutting out over manipulation of my hair. I am choosing not to chase trends that do not serve me or my hair. I am paying attention to the science behind things as it pertains to hair and hair care. And I am choosing to be consistent with my routine. Alright, so that's it for today's video. If you do have healthy hair, if you have a similar hair profile as mine, I would like to know in the comments like things that you have done that has helped the health and the growth of your hair so far. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below if you have anything to share, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, please. We're almost at 500 subscribers, so please go ahead and subscribe. Bye guys, I'll see you guys on the next one.